Most parents like pampering their kids, and what better way to do that than to purchase them costly toys? After all, they're children just once, so why not give what you can, right? Well, as you'll see, just because they're extremely expensive doesn't necessarily make them more fun to play with. Here are the top 20 most expensive children's toys ever made. Number 20. Masterpiece Rubik's Cube. The Rubik's Cube was first created in 1974, and it quickly became the most popular puzzle toy known to man. On its 15th anniversary, it became even more noteworthy as Fred Kohler crafted one made of gold and precious gemstones. Known as the Masterpiece Cube, it resembles that of its plastic counterpart. Only this one is made of 18-karat yellow gold and over 185 carats of rubies, emeralds, and other colorful stones. Its value is estimated to be $2.5 million, making it the most expensive puzzle in the world. Number 19. Shimansky Soccer Ball. Soccer balls are meant to be kicked from one side of the field to the other, but you would never dare do that with this special ball. Why? It's only made of diamonds. The Shimansky Diamond Soccer Ball is studded with 6,620 white and 2,640 black round brilliant cut South African diamonds. It weighs around 3,500 carats, or 4.9 pounds in total, which gives it a whopping valuation of $2.5 million. It took over 3 months to create, and crystal replicas of it were also auctioned off during the World Cup. The proceeds went to local charities. Number 18. 18-karat gold Nintendo Game Boy. The Nintendo Game Boy is a classic device sought out by gaming aficionados, but if you could get your hands on this 18-karat gold version, you'd be more than just a gamer. You'd be the talk of the town. The limited edition toy was sold on eBay for a whopping price of $30,000. What justified this cost? Aside from the body being made of gold, the screen was lined with precious diamonds and the power button is encrusted with jewels. British jewelers Asprey of London crafted this wonderful gadget in 2006, with only one ever being made. Number 17. Swarovski Studded Etch-a-Sketch. Imagine playing with the old-school Etch-a-Sketch, only this time it's encrusted with precious gems. FAO Schwarz created this luxury jeweled edition of the classic toy, and it's nothing short of marvelous. It was turned into an elegant display piece with 10,000 sapphire Swarovski crystals. Only 6 were made, and once those sold out, they were gone forever. Each one cost $1,500. That's pretty excessive for an Etch-a-Sketch, right? Number 16. Personalised Whac-A-Mole. Do you have any pent-up anger towards, say, your manager or a workmate? Then this personalized Whac-A-Mole machine can help you release all that fury. This special toy is very unique. Instead of the usual moles that you hammer using a mallet, you can change it with molded caricatures of practically anyone. It even has a walnut veneer cabinet that opens and closes. When closed, it looks like an ordinary bookshelf. When opened, it reveals the arcade machine and a wine shelf above, and it could be yours for $35,000. Number 15. HMS Terrible Battleship. If you're fond of toy boats, then having the HMS Terrible Battleship would make you feel like you've hit the jackpot. It's only the most expensive toy boat ever made, which was sold at an auction in Berkshire for a hefty £76,000. That's around $101,000 today. It's definitely a collector's item, as it's steam-propelled and tin-plated. It belonged to Ron McCrindle, a celebrated author who had a hobby of owning unique toys. The battleship was valued around £50,000, so it went way beyond the estimates. Number 14. Darth Vader Helmet. Darth Vader's real fighting helmet from Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back is valued at $115,000. For a true fanatic, it's not too unreasonable, because it's not a replica, rather the actual prop from the film. It was used by Bob Anderson, an Olympic fencing champion who took on Darth Vader's role during the fight sequences. Number 13. Porsche 917 Le Mans Raceway. Looking at this exclusive item from Hermacher Schlemmer, you would think that it's just an ordinary Porsche 917 replica. It even has functioning headlights and taillights. What you don't know is that it's hiding a neat trick under its hood. At the press of a button, it opens up like a clam and reveals a racetrack within. It's a 1/32 scale working wooden slot car track based on the popular Le Mans Raceway. It even has realistic landscaping and signage lit by working streetlights. All this craftsmanship is yours for $125,000. Number 12. G.I. Joe Toy Soldier Prototype. A regular Hasbro G.I. Joe soldier action figure costs around $56.61, and that already includes miniature weapons. But did you know the prototype costed a lot more than that? The first G.I. Joe toy was made in the 1960s and was the first movable action figure, sporting hand-stitched uniforms and was almost 12 inches tall. When it was first auctioned in 2003, the minimum asking price for it was $650,000. Unfortunately, no one bit the bait, but it was sold to Steve Geppi, CEO of Diamond Comic Distributors, for $200,000. That's still a lot of cash. Number 11. Gundam Fix Platinum. If you thought buying a Transformers toy was expensive, then you clearly haven't heard about Japan's Gundam robot. This special model was built by Bandai in partnership with the famous jewelers Ginza Tanaka and is valued at a whopping $250,000. Named the Gundam Fix Platinum, it's made of mostly pure platinum while the eyes are made of diamond. Now, even if you had that much cash on you, you won't be able to buy it. It was just created to increase awareness of their flagship toy lines. Number 10. Stefano Canturi Barbie. Barbie is already a relatively expensive doll. Give her an accessory like that of Satine in the movie Moulin Rouge, and she becomes insanely overpriced. The Stefano Canturi Barbie is known as the most valuable in the world, as it commands a price tag of $302,000. She's her usual self, plus the addition of a diamond cubism necklace made by Stefano Canturi, a celebrated jeweler from Australia. The necklace is made of white diamonds and a 1-carat Aussie Argyle pink diamond. The proceeds from the sale went to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, proving Barbie has a heart. Number 9. Nintendo Wii Supreme. The Nintendo Wii may not have come close to the PlayStation or Xbox's popularity, but there's one thing this thing has that the other ones can only dream of: an extraordinary hefty price tag. The Nintendo Wii Supreme is considered one of the most expensive gaming consoles ever made. It costs a blinding $485,000. Each special unit is covered in 2,500 grams of solid 22-karat gold. If that's not enough to make your eyes glisten, the front buttons are made of precious diamonds. Only 3 have ever been made. Number 8. Handmade Gold Rocking Horse. What's the best thing about being Beyoncé and Jay-Z's little child? You get everything money can buy, and that's exactly what baby Blue Ivy Carter got. A rocking horse valued at $600,000. It's not just any ordinary rocking horse though. This one is made by no less than famed Japanese jeweler Ginza Tanaka, who is known for taking on such extravagant projects. Moreover, this handmade toy is made of solid gold. That's not something you'd like to have scratches on. Number 7. Steiff Louis Vuitton Teddy Bear. Everyone loves teddy bears, but if you had a Steiff Louis Vuitton teddy bear, you'd surely guard it with your life, knowing how ridiculously expensive it is. Steiff is a well-known German toy company that creates costly masterpieces, so there's that. The fact that it's dressed in Louis Vuitton is another point to consider. If that's not enough, you'll be surprised to know that it has gold fur and eyes made with sapphires and diamonds. It was sold at auction for a crazy $2.1 million. It's currently housed at Teddy Bear Museum in Jeju, South Korea. Number 6. Madame Alexander Eloise. If you thought the Stefano Canturi Barbie and Steiff Louis Vuitton teddy bear were extremely overpriced, then you clearly haven't heard about the Madame Alexander Eloise doll. Both the other toys can't hold a candle against it, even with their costs combined. You see, this doll is valued at an astounding $5 million. It's designed with 9 carats of diamonds and is handmade by the doll designer herself, Madame Alexander. If the Steiff teddy bear wore Louis Vuitton, Eloise wears Christian Dior clothes, Oscar de la Renta fur, and Catherine Beaumont accessories decorated with Swarovski crystals. Number 5. L'Oiseleur. Madame Alexander Eloise is indeed very costly, but something's even pricier by over $1 million. The L'Oiseleur. Translated as the bird trainer, this extravagant toy isn't for sale, but is displayed in its creator's workshop. Given the intricate workmanship, it's worth every cent of its valuation. The 4-foot-tall figure of a young man is dressed in embroidered Renaissance garb, while its skin is painted porcelain and has glass eyes. It can play the Marche des Rois by Georges Bizet by blowing through its flute. Its eyes even dart back and forth while the bird on its shoulder moves to the music. Number 4. Titania's Palace. If you thought doll houses are expensive, then I'm curious to know what you think about these two masterpieces. The first one, named Titania's Palace, is one of the most amazing doll houses in the world. It took 15 years for Sir Neville Wilkinson and a staff of outstanding craftsmen to build this delicately designed toy with no fewer than 3,000 components. It's priced at $256,000. But that's not nearly as lavish as the Astolat Dollhouse Castle. It took around 13 years to construct this magnificent piece with 29 rooms, around 30,000 items, and an opulent wizard's tower. If you want it, then you better have $8.5 million on you. Number 3. Model cars. We all know cars cost a pretty penny, but model cars? Who knew? Just look at this pink Volkswagen 1969 rear-load beach bomb. It's considered the holy grail of Hot Wheels because only 2 were ever made, and it didn't even go to market. Toy expert Johnny from Pawn Stars values it at $100,000. You could buy a Porsche 911 Carrera S for less than that. Speaking of high-end cars, did you know a Lamborghini model car cost over 18 times more than the actual thing? It's true. The one built by Robert Gulpen Engineering has headlights made of real diamonds, a body constructed out of carbon fiber with threads of solid gold, and is bulletproof. That gives it a whopping $7.5 million valuation. Number 2. Levitating Hover Scooter. You've heard about hoverboards, but they didn't really deliver their promise. The Levitating Hover Scooter, however, does what its name says it can do. It can levitate over the ground on a few inches of air through an engine-powered fan. There's a stream of air in the back that allows you to move forward, and you can reach a maximum of 15 miles per hour. And you know what? You don't need any experience to use it, because leaning in different directions is all you need. This is yours for $13,000. Not too bad, considering it actually does something fun. Before I reveal the most outrageous example in this list, I'd like to remind you to subscribe to Be Amazed. We upload amazing fact-filled videos every day, so don't miss out on learning some amazing new information. Also, hit that bell icon for notifications on more amazing fact-filled videos. Number 1. Platinum Pacifier. What's the first toy a baby plays with? A pacifier. But do you love your little one enough to buy an $85,000 platinum pacifier? Made by jeweler Matt Case for the UK Baby and Toddler Show, it nabbed the title of most expensive pacifier in the world. It's 5 times pricier than the previous title holder, which was made of gold and diamonds and valued at $17,000. Any toddler who has this will put Richie Rich to shame. Which toy made you fall off your chair? And in comparison, what was the most expensive toy you ever received? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching.